Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brett Keane, also known as Mr. Evolution. Had a guy recently make some comments on my video about pissing on the canvas and everything. Apparently he didn't like my thoughts and ideas. He says, "I'm sorry, mister, but I think you are no one to judge an artist or what is art or not. So I think you really failed in this video." Well, first of all, I can say whatever the fuck I want. If people have an opinion on YouTube, that is just the way it is. If they want to upload a video and say they don't like something or they dislike something or they can't comprehend or understand why other people like this or that, then that's their fucking freedom of speech. They can say whatever the hell they want and they can think the way they like. So who the fuck are you to tell me when I can express my opinion? You then go on to show even how more retarded you are by making the comment, "Go study about Dada, bro," or Dada. Even Kurt Cobain ejaculated or shitted in his canvas. In his canvas? Do you mean on his canvas? Unless he carved a hole into it and then took a shit into it like a toilet. And you say, you think he was not an artist? If you knew anything about Kurt Cobain or you had any reading comprehension skills or even watched some of his interviews, even Kurt Cobain himself admitted that he did not feel like his music was all that great and fantastic. He felt like people were pushing and they overrated the guy. The guy even admitted that he did not understand why it was that people were so into his stuff. And that, with Kurt Cobain, I agreed on. I've listened to Kurt Cobain's music. You have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that I grew up on such bands as Black Sabbath. I grew up on guys like Dio. I grew up on Metallica before the load and unload, reload of shit, and Megadeth, Dave Mustaine. I've also listened to bands like Cannibal Corpse, Pantera. You name it, I've listened to a lot of stuff. I listened to bands like Faith No More, Queensryche, Queen, Fred Mercury, Skid Row, Sebastian Bach. I could go on all day. Great guitarists such as Steve Vai and Joe Satriani. This, to me, is talent. That is my opinion. I feel like these bands are good. I feel like Iron Maiden is not Iron Maiden without Bruce Dickinson. I think that Ozzy Osbourne is truly one of the kings of metal. I also think that Alice Cooper doesn't get as much love as he should as well as King Diamond. King Diamond, however, in some of his music, his singing is kind of rough on me whenever he does the high-pitched thing. But besides that, musically, he has much more skill than Kurt Cobain. And that's important to me. It really is. It's important to me. If I were to, let's say, sit down and listen to some guitar work by Dream Theater and then turn around and listen to some pussy-ass band like Chemical Romance or Papa Roach or something. Now, don't get me wrong, Papa Roach, I actually like this song about suffocation and shit like that. That one was cool. I like the Getting Away with Murder track as well, but you can clearly tell the skill and the talent involved. And I am convinced that people who have that much skill and talent is because they worked hard in order to be able to make that happen. There are bands out there that are flash in the pan every day. For example, Britney Spears. Some of these fucking idiots out there who make these stupid-ass pop songs. I just have my own concept and my own idea of it. Let's talk a little bit about Kurt Cobain now. Kurt Cobain, to me, is overrated. He was a punk, grunge, four-chord master of the fucking four-chord piece. That's what he was. He screamed and he hollered and he did everything that everybody else was already doing at the time. He was rebelling against authority. He was not revolutionary. There was nothing in his attitude that was different than all the glamour bands back then who were standing out and being so controversial and all that. The only difference between him and the other ones is that the actual glamour bands put on a performance, and they had huge fucking shows. Even a Bon Jovi concert had more excitement to it than a Nirvana listening to Teen Spirit and In the Bloom, or Territorial Pissings, or Bleach, or whatever shit you want to throw. Now, I'm not going to hate on people out there for being a fan of Kurt Cobain, but when you actually claim he's a guitar god, and his music was so simple and easy that you could learn it in 5 seconds, or actually use his fucking music to teach amateurs and noobs at the guitar how to play, then I see it as a fucking problem. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you could teach people how to do a Lithium song and come as you are, just as simple as you could teach somebody Mary Had a Little Lamb. And don't even get me started on the lyrics. Yes, I've heard you people out there. Oh, Kurt Cobain was a poet. He knew how to articulate things that make you think, bullshit. Bull fucking shit. There was no depth to it. There was no awesomeness to it. He was just one of those many asshats out there that people listen to and watch and go, oh, he's something. I think one of the reasons why Kurt was so identifiable was because he was so much of a loser at the fucking time. He was so much of a loser that a lot of losers identified with him. Kind of like these emo fucking goth bands out there where you listen to it and you go, ow, they're depressed and they want to cut their fucking wrist and shit. That's what it was. So, that's how I feel about Kurt Cobain. I ain't gonna hate on a motherfucker for having his own style of music and stuff. And it's not even really my aggravation with Kurt Cobain. The aggravation goes with idiots out there who have no talent or what skill whatsoever determining what other people ought to be listening to. Although I have my opinion, I still think that if you like Nirvana, you like Led Zeppelin, you like Pink Floyd, you like all these fucking awesome bands out there, you should be able to listen to what you want to listen to. And these assholes who treat music and art like it's a fucking religion and anybody that has a different opinion is shit and worthless, well, that fucking is bullshit. And that is a fucking true loser. Loser! So go ejaculate on a canvas yourself. Maybe you'll be the next Kurt Cobain, you bitch. Peace.